Hello everybody, welcome back to the running cam. I hope that you're all okay. It's been quite a long time since I uploaded a video on this channel, but I feel like tonight's video is pretty important because in 12 hours time, Peterborough United's badge will be changing forever. It's got a lot of dilemma about it. I want to go through that in detail and give my opinion on it. So in 2008, Peterborough United changed their badge to a new circular one. And this is a badge that, for quite a lot of younger people, it's one we're going to associate with Posh. This has always been the badge I've known growing up. Every single kit I've bought, which isn't a retro kit, has this badge on it. Got the year it's founded at the bottom and upon this rock in it. And we've got the cross keys in the middle, of course, pointing to the history of Peterborough United of being given the coat of arms in the 1960s. Ultimately, this badge is a big representation of the history of the city. And 2 years ago, we decided to change the badge, creating a new identity for Peterborough United, following in the likes of top-level English clubs who are going to a more minimalist design to become more social media friendly. I can see where they're going with it, but at the same time, it's a little bit frustrating. Posh announced that they were going to be changing the identity of the club, and this included a new badge, new fonts, new designs, new graphics, and so ultimately a complete change of the identity of the club as we know it. And at first, when they released the fan survey, I can't find what I put, but I do remember at the end they said, would you like to add anything else? And I said, is this really appropriate for the club? You can see why teams like Liverpool and City have changed their badges in recent years, because they are a global club. They appeal to a global audience, they appeal to billions, they're watched by billions every single week. Peterborough United don't have that. We are lower league. They'll have probably maximum 10,000 watching a game every week. Is this really necessary? Is this going to propel Posh forward, or do we have bigger problems that we need to face at the moment? I think one of the other things that what the club sort of received was a bit of silent feedback. The away kit from 2 years ago, the one with the old retro Posh badge on. And I think that was a subtle hint that maybe we might not see the same badge every year. But I just think that was one. The fans said they liked the kit, and they clearly saw that that was the kit without the original badge on it, and they liked it. And they've basically used that saying, well, fans aren't against changing the badge for a kit, so why don't we do it in full? And I think that was possibly the start of the identity change. Despite quite heavy backlash at times, Peterborough United have gone through with the new badge change, and it consists of a minimalist design, one dragon and one key. And there's some big problems with the badge. Okay, firstly, the crossed keys, they're not crossed on the badge, which ultimately it sort of defeats the point. It looks very similar to Chelsea and to Peugeot. Quite a lot of fans on social media have said to beat it Peugeot logo. That's a problem, not standing out. There's no identity to us, and quite frankly, it just looks a bit stupid. My biggest concern with the badge is simply that Posh haven't asked the question that should have been asked. Do the fans want the badge to change? It has seemed from the start that Posh were always going to do this. They sort of already had a design in mind. They'd already paid the designer. The badge was going to get done either way. But ultimately, it seemed more of a case of doing the badge, what do you want on it, instead of, are we changing? And I just still think that this whole identity argument is weak. We aren't that big of a club. The results of the badge are mixed. For one, I don't really care what the badge looks like. I think it looks okay. In a few years we'll get used to it. It'll be strange, of course, at first. It'll be interesting to see what it actually looks like on a proper kit, but I just think the overall production of it has been poor. It's been poorly communicated. I think that a lot of the fans just really aren't happy with how this has been conducted. Yeah, they can say they did a survey. Has the overall views of the fan base been met? And I think here it's a no. As you can see, the badge contains one bearded dragon and one key, or it looks that way. It looks like one key, and this is a big concern because the whole identity of the city is based around the crossed keys. There is only one key. The key is not crossed because there are not two keys. It just does not look like a good badge. What you can see from the fan reactions, whether that's our own fans or other fans, they just don't think it looks very good. A lot of fans call it shocking. A lot of people don't know what the badges look like. Yes, of course, they've probably never seen the badge before because it's only getting introduced for next year. But even then, the badge just doesn't really have that identity to it. For example, I look at Manchester City's badge change in 2016. Yes, it maybe took a year to get used to it. This is a good badge, is well associated with the club. Ultimately, it's catalysed their whole era. I think another problem with this is the fact that Posh's last 2 seasons have, quite frankly, been awful. Ferguson last year, it was a miserable season, overshadowed by winning at Wembley. This year, it was awful until Luke Williams came in. He had a bit of a resurgence with them, but from March onwards, just a shocking end to the season. The fan base just really is not with the club at the moment. They're really frustrated at how the last few seasons have been conducted, how the squad has been stripped apart season after season for the last 3 years. So many key players have left the club in the last 3 years, a lot of them on free transfers, and the inability of the club to just put pen to paper. At the time of filming, it's 8:30. We've got 12 and a bit hours of this being the only badge that I've ever seen at Posh. I don't think the new kit's getting released tomorrow, but it will still be interesting to see. Maybe it's the end of an era. You never know, we might have 1 or 2 really good seasons, and then this badge is associated with a really sort of golden age for the club. I think a lot of this criticism is hypothetical. Ultimately, as much as I've criticised it, I'm going in with an open mind. I'm looking forward to what the badge brings in terms of the updates to the stadium. I'm really excited for the kits. I think this year, if we put out a really good home kit with the new badge on it, I think it will look really, really good. But apart from that, thank you for listening, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, click that notification button, give this video a like, and comment what your thoughts are on the badge, because of course, thank you for listening. I'll see you later.